Welcome to Breaking News Wahala. The news this hour from Nigeria to Ghana. A new epidemic of keto has begun as Ghana is set to pass a bill to law to criminalize same-sex identity. Now the keto scene has begun to erupt. In a recent video trending on the internet, two queer men were seen put on the ground and questioned by ketorists or gay hunters. They were asked, how many years have you done this homosexuality? One says he had stopped for about a year, but he doesn't know what power that be that pushed him to be gay again. With me to talk on this pressing matter is no other than Mr. Kelechi Achafo, founder and co-founder of Curio Talk. Mr. Kelechi, how are you doing?
I'm fine, Chimese. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Ghana, make una see the people where they fuck each other, man to man. Una they go jail be that to see them. See them. If you people that use set example, jail una they go. 5 years they pass out for Ghana law. When I go see these two people they pasculate. It's a if it case matter when they do so. How can God create a break for you? Create a break for you. Where the physics they come up from, that's where they go and see each other. God will see you. Hey, I go send them for police commander. I go send them for police commander. I go find this. Look at old man. Old man can more pasculation. Did they do it before or you know they do?
I was doing it before, but I stopped.
When did you stop?
I stopped long time.
You stopped doing what?
Like family.
You stopped doing what? You stopped doing what?
I stopped having affairs with males long time. One night.
So when did you stop?
Oh, it's been long. I
How long?
Remember. Yeah, okay.
But you were fucking men before.
Before I was
so
doing.
why are you still associating yourself with them?
I'm not.
Are you a Muslim? Are you a Muslim?
Yes, I'm a Muslim.
Do they pray?
Yes, I
You're
pray.
not a Muslim. You're not a Muslim.
When I was in Tamale, then he approached me. Then he approached me. So,
A recap of the news. Two queer men were seen interrogated by ketorists and asked series of questions why they have decided to use their prick to enjoy their own pleasure. Mr. Kelechi, what do you have to say when you saw that video? What was the first thing that came to your mind?
The first thing that came to my mind is that we do not want the same thing. I pray, and what's the word? I pray and I hope that the same epidemic that we are facing in Nigeria, and most especially the Igbo community areas, the southeast, does not spread to Ghana. My fears have become alarmed and become worried from that video, and I hope it doesn't spread. Because we know what's happening in the southeast, southwest, north, Nigeria, I don't want to mention one tribe, but most especially in the southeast. When we get 10 videos, 7 comes from them. I don't know what is happening. Every single, it has even almost become like they just target people, even when there's no proof. Because I've never seen any of the video where there's even somebody actually having sex and they recorded them having sex. It's mostly you just see them, they accuse this accusation video and they tell them to strip naked and maybe that's the same thing too. Because what stops them from actually going about labeling people that you are queer just to embarrass them and to disgrace them and to record them, put them on video without no evidence? Obviously, they don't know, because even feminine men are in trouble. Because some men can be feminine and maybe not even be gay, but they could be recorded and their image stand is destroyed. You put them on social media, people who don't know them before now know their face. They can't do business anymore. Their life is almost put to a standstill, almost destroyed. Jimmy, I don't understand. That's what comes to my mind. Is this what the lawmakers in Ghana were hoping to achieve? And what would this bring to Ghana? Is it good roads, good electricity, good income, a standard of living? What is this meant to achieve, to be honest? It's quite a shame. sometimes when they call African black monkey, we think it's coming from a place of hate. I find it racist too, but some things we do make me wonder that are we even thinking this in the 21st century? People I don't know if they actually the Ghanaians or people who actually go online and see where the world is headed now. Some people sitting at home enjoying government benefits. People waking up today and they can travel to more than 100 and something countries without a visa. That's how strong their passport is. But your own country, you can't travel, you can't even sometimes go to even neighboring countries without not getting a visa. You have no standard of living. Even if you get a visa, so where is the money to travel? Your currency is shit. A lot of things depressing the African continent. And then you see them, what they are mostly concerned about is how to preserve culture, how to fight wokeness. It's quite a shame. It's quite disgraceful and alarming at this point.
Well, to be honest, I just want to let's treat the nail on the head. Culture. What the hell is culture?
I don't even understand this because it's quite a shame. When people say we're typing in the comment section, oh yes, they preserve Ghanaian culture. It's alien to us. We must not be allowed to stand.
Sorry, it's the culture, the akara we weave. It's the culture, the beads we made. It's the culture. What truly, if we say culture, general, what truly is Ghana culture?
What really is Ghana culture, Nigerian culture, African culture, or most Africans are due to people is poverty our culture. When the old empires, Africa had one of the biggest empires. That's why the Europeans came here to colonize us, because there was something, there was wealth here.
It's women oppression. It was not poverty. It's women oppression, women subjection, women battering African culture.
Maybe it's the poverty, economic hardship, inflation is not our culture.
Christianity, because Christianity is not our culture.
That's what surprises me.
And Islam is not our culture. So if we are truly saying this is African culture, what truly is African culture? And if we are talking about African culture, can culture not be changed if culture is harmful?
At least there was a time when they believed in the killing of twins in Nigeria. It took a foreigner to come and change that culture. I'm sure if you
I heard Fela Kuti's son yesterday giving an example of that killing of the twins in Nigeria. He said in his video that, that the Calabar people believed in a twin god, which is a male Shin or whatever he said, a male and a female god. So the giving birth of twins in Calabar was a god identity, was a blessing, until Christianity came and told them that the God they were serving is the devil. So when
they were killing them, is that the way to appease your God?
I'm coming. Let me finish the statement he made.
Yeah.
When Christianity came and told them the gods they were serving is the devil, so they started seeing the giving birth, because if you see the giving birth of twin as a god identity, and they tell you that this is the reincarnate of Satan, what will you think? You think, okay, these twins are devils now. So the Calabar people started looking at giving birth of twins as evil. So they started killing them because they were told that their gods were evil, until they had to revolve, and Mary Celeste joined in the revolve of the mothers who had twins, because obviously you will not tell me a mother who had twin will want to kill her twin, right? No matter how the story may go, a woman who gave birth to her kids, no matter how evil you try to make her child look, a mother will always have that motherly sympathy on her child. So the mothers of twins began to revolve, and Mary Celeste joined them to stop the killing of twins. I think one thing we need to understand is that Africa's stories need to be told by us. We need to start changing the narrative of so many things they have told us about ourselves. Because I remember, I always know that people will live and exist in a place, a white woman will come or a white man will come, and before you know, they'll write a book of how that place originated. But that's not true. You can't just fly from Europe and come to Africa and write about how that place was originated, because you met us in that place. You're getting. So my point remains that in keeping to the news, what truly is African culture? We need to make that very clear, because the African culture is not taking so many routes. Mr. Kelechi, what's your final conclusion?
Like I said again, for me, what's watching is that when we talk about culture, that's why I don't understand the African people. It's just quite a shame, because even the cultures that we preserve so much, the textile making, all these attire, all these Ankara fabric that we always make. Most of the places now are all gone, taken over by churches. We have now started planting churches there everywhere. Every street, one street can have like 10 churches. The next street has 20 churches. One building can be made into 5 churches. That's what's going over. And I wonder what is happening. I remember when we were having forest crisis and somebody made that joke to although I posted the joke on my status and some people don't find it funny. Now that we're having forest crisis, maybe we should start exporting Christianity, because that's the only thing we are manufacturing at this point. Maybe we should start exporting Christianity and Islam.
It's true. We could export Christianity and Islam, aren't we exporting it anyways? But the joke about the whole thing.
No, it's not about they are not exporting anything. What's the word, to be honest? Actually, it's just for me, just what's the word, calling it or wrapping it home for me would be what's the word? I do not want, that's what I'm scared of, because you see this the same way it started in Nigeria, first of all, asking those silly questions. I don't understand what they get to. And what's what they aim to get by asking those silly questions. When have you started it? How long are you doing it? And when have you been paid? How many people have you slept with? Are you interested in the act, or do you want to join them for a threesome? I don't understand. Make it make sense why they ask all those absurd questions. That's the same way it started before. Kept on reporting news. Now it has become full blown. That we not even come on breaking swallow. We are reporting people being dealt with hammer. People being their their legs being almost cut off, their hands being hitting, their sort of bodily harm being done to them, having hammer put in their mouth, now eating it their name. So it's becoming so bad now. It must not get to that point in Ghana. So, like I said again, all eyes are on the president. Me, I'm interested in this news. Or I want to see what the president does about this. Whether he's going to sign the bill cowardly and bow down to pressure like this, or he's going to make a difference. I say, you know what? I would rather leave this to the US and the Ghanaian Constitution or the Ghanaian Supreme Court to see whether this aligns with the Constitution of Ghana. Because it's quite a shame. It's quite embarrassing. Yeah, back to it.
Welcome to Breaking News Wahala.
It is just less than a week.
Finally, in wrapping this news, I honestly urge the Ghanaian LGBTQ community. This is a time for us to rise up. This is the time for us to rise up. This is the time for us to speak up. Wherever you are, it doesn't matter if you're in Ghana or not. Wherever you are, you need to start reposting these videos. You need to start tagging your president to see videos like this. You need to start tagging human rights to see videos like this. You need to start giving tangible, the word remains, tangible reason why this bill must not be passed to law. Because apart from sexuality, apart from saying, oh, we want to live our life or human rights, there are tangible reasons why this bill should not be passed to law. The first tangible reason, like I said earlier, is to preserve human rights. The second thing is to stop the high spread of blackmail and kidnapping and ransom, because Quito is a business. Nigeria has shown beyond any reasonable measure that Quito is a business. These people will not waste their time. You can't tell me that a full-grown ass man will waste his time, have nothing to do, and because of that, he will start hunting people for who does anything for no reason? You get my point? It also shows you that instead of us looking for bills to pass, there is a high rate of unemployment in Africa. Because if people have jobs, if people are going to work, this person who is being kidnapped or who is the interviewer has a job, a 9 to or a 6 to 6 job or a 9 to 9 job. He's not going to have the time and waste his time looking for people to kidnap. He's going to have something to impart. So because people do not have jobs, people do not have ambitions, big dreams have been battered, so people have nothing else to focus. Out of idleness, they look for silly things. They say an idle man is the devil's workshop. Out of idleness, we need the government to look at more pressing things. Give young people hope again. Build industries, build roads, build educational system that works. We need Ghana to look at the more important things than looking at silly things. This has been Breaking News Wahala, and I remain Chimereze Henry Ahunaya. Q Talks remain a non-for-profit organization speaking truth to power and standing against all injustice. Please, if you have not subscribed to Q Talk, this is the time for you to click that subscribe buttons, and peace out.